Hello, Rebel. GMan Division 5A. Season 11, Division 5A, in fact. Welcome to the first recap of the season. Technically a pre-cap, I guess. I am, of course, Full Metal, you can tell, because it's on my YouTube channel. That kind of makes sense. I am joined by... well, it's Nugget. I was going to give you a hype intro, but it's just you.
It's that's all I need. That's all I need. Just you is fine enough for me.
Now, we did have some complaints last season about Man and Nuggets recapping because he's Scottish and no one could understand him. So we will be running with subtitles for important moments during the stream. If you keep an eye on the video, you'll see them pop up as we go.
Okay, what do you mean? You didn't ken what my accent's saying and all that stuff, eh?
Yeah, there we go. That's that one fixed. That's fine. Anyway, right, moving onwards. We're going to look at the division. So we're going to look at the teams first, and then we're going to start the schedule, and we'll look at what the week one matchups are going to be. So,
should be good. Should be good.
Now, you will notice the first thing that pops out is that McNugget is in this division, and we're not going to talk about his player names. I'm also in the division, so we're totally going to be completely unbiased about our coverage. But we're going to start with goblins, because who doesn't love goblins?
Not just goblins, though. Nuffle's chosen misfits.
Jujishi has been thrown. Pray to him, pray to him, pray to him. It says as his team. Oh, okay. And there's a lot of them, although there's a couple of injuries. There's a niggle on a goblin, which feels scary.
At what point do you just say, nobody... It's a goblin, they're going to get hurt, just embrace it. And I like that sort of mentality. Although, I would get rid of it and replace it.
Yeah, I to be honest, I don't mind the minus move, because that's just line fodder anyway, right?
Yeah.
But the actual, to me, the niggle is, you're already stunty, so that might be a firing offence. I'm just going to check real quick. We don't yet have the level 2 or the Knuffles altar. We've actually gone all in on goblins to try and beef up the numbers, which I don't hate as a decision. He's got dive and tackle in there. He's got guard on a troll, which is good. But I mean, goblins are slow to develop, and you kind of tend to recycle a lot anyway. So you know, it's not much to say. It's a beginning goblin team.
Some nice MVPs on the chainsaw and the bombardier.
Yes.
But as much as you love them getting levels, they usually don't last long enough to take advantage of that level 2 skill.
Yeah, it's chainsaws especially are pretty dangerous to themselves. Now we've got a very familiar face in the next coach.
Oh.
It's Knight Juggler is back, coached by none other than Gerber. And his motto was, one was bad, what about 8? I love the names. The names make me quite happy, to be fair.
I mean, I just now get to have joy every time one of Gerber's players die, because there's a good chance it's going to be one of the jugglers.
It's always going to be one of the jugglers, right?
Yeah.
That's the... And to be fair, right, looking at his development, he's actually... You're going to see he's quite similar to my own team's development in that there's a lot of skill of like duplication. The Knights are almost built exactly the same. He has got a Agi busted peasant, which no one cares about. I mean, nothing of value is lost there.
No. Yeah, a lot of nice early development, the Frenzy obviously, and then Strife Juggler picking up that leader and sure hands combo is very good off the bat.
Stay tuned, I'm sure we might see more of that somewhere else. No spoilers.
More of that. The also good thing is he seems to have gotten a lot of his MVPs on positionals, or a lot of his SPP on positionals, which the Bretts kind of need a lot.
Well, everyone here did come through the Greenhorn, so we are seeing developed teams. Speaking of developed teams, the Cane Toads, Big Easy TP, another regular of the league, and his Amphibious Assault, he's actually got a level pending, which is no good. That doesn't help us.
No. How badly are we going to punish him week 1, Metal?
Very badly.
Yeah, moving on.
Moving on. Roll your levels, people. Actually, no, to be fair, right, you didn't know what division he was going in. I'm giving them a one-off warning. Next,
right.
From now on, roll your damn levels, people. But this one is a warning, because you didn't know where you were going, and actually I have got a level pending for the same reason. I didn't know what division I was going into at the time. The Witch Elf with Mighty Blow, super good.
Yeah, just pray she lives long enough to get block.
And a fast splitter, which is nice. And a couple of dodge. What would you take if this is a normal on alignment? What would you take? Because I know you play a lot of Dark Elves on like tabletop.
Yeah, so it depends on how aggressive a Dark Elf player you are, because I don't hate early kick, because you do have the movement and a couple of dodge. Block for the line I prefer over dodge, because you can kind of fight back a lot more. So it depends what Big Easy TP is fancying. I would say it's probably going to be a choice of kick, block. If it's a doubles, guard instantly. If it's a stat, anything other than agility or strength I would ignore, so I wouldn't take another movement at this early stage, just because you need to get levels on Dark Elf players to survive, and then you can start rolling the good stuff.
Let's be honest, if it's a double, it was just guard, and you should have taken it by now, regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless? No, sorry, that was terrible. But no, if you roll a double on alignment, it's always guard. So
99% of the time, yes.
So I'd put money on that being a normal, personally. So.
Yeah. In which case, I wouldn't hate kick and I wouldn't hate block.
Shall we talk about your team?
If you want. Do you want to run through my player names?
Maxi Big, the Rebel is Miso awful. So he's odd. No, I'm not talking about. No.
No, you've got to run through a few. Come on.
Okay, so we've got a jar in a jar, and a jar, and that's about all I'm going to talk about. You've got guard in a couple of places. That's nice.
I do. My zombies loved the Greenhorn. As you can see, 3 of my 4 games, the MVPs went to them.
It's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah. Not bad.
But, you know what, though? It's not that unfortunate when, frankly, one of them is now at 10 SPP and has guard.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. If he gets another MVP, you're probably really happy, because block is so good now.
Yeah.
Block not necessarily uber desirable on zombies normally, but when they've got guard, getting that block is really good.
Yeah, and I got both wheels leveled so they can kind of take care of themselves. And the whites always take care of themselves, so it's just kind of getting that last SPP on the flesh golems to round out the team more.
For sure. We've got a very famous and very expensive Chaos team already. I mean, he's done very well if you look at the TV. Oh, he's done very well until he gets lightning bolted every game.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone who has been around Rebel a bit will know JJ Cash. He is part of the Fun Cap, which is hosted by him and Hustler. They actually recapped my division last season, which I found fun because now I get to talk about him. And I actually really like a lot of the names on this team. I've reviewed this before.
Yes.
He's gone for all Beastmen and a Minotaur build, and it's actually, he's called his Minotaur Hood Senpai.
I was about to say, because this is the HUD build of Chaos.
Yeah, this is what we call the HUD build, because there's a coach further up in GMan running this exact same build, and he's actually HUD won Big Crunch 2 a couple of times with this build.
HUD's played this build in a lot of leagues I've actually seen him play, and he also plays it to a very good standard, so he is indeed the senpai of the Minotaur Beastman Chaos.
But some of the other ones, you'll recognise El Duderino has snuck in there as El Balderino.
It's very true, that name.
He's got an early agi up on Roach Lover Hindus. That's really nice, right?
Definitely.
A ton of block.
Ball carrier right there for you. Instant out the gates before
ball
you
carrier
your
or
hands elsewhere.
Super scary Saka. One of the two.
Well, I think it depends if he rolls doubles next level for the
if he gets like dodge or something, even that would be better as a ball carrier probably. But I don't know. There's a couple of choices there depending on what level up he rolls. 4 blocks, really good. Mighty Blow, one of the blockers, and he's got a wrestler as well on Chub Stomp.
Yeah, I imagine Chub Stomp's probably going to be looking to do a bit of sweeping duty.
Yes.
With the wrestle being taken there. But
unfortunately, with the name Chub Stomp, you'd have expected maybe fouls coming out of him, but it's not.
If you've ever seen Chubstep on Zonk's Orc team, you'll know Chubstep's not very good at the fouling. He's good at getting sent off, but not the fouling.
But in any case, we're probably going to be brutal to JJ Cash throughout because he talked me up and down last season. So.
I'm sure this is about the 3rd time in 4 seasons I've had to play JJ Cash. I always just get put in divisions with him.
He's good crack though, so it's all good.
Yes,
now we've got.
It's nice not to face his elf human team, which I had to do quite a few times as well.
Now we've got Sam Unwin next on the Dwarven Death Ballers. We are sorry that we had to have a minimum level of dwarves in every division. Apparently, some form of equal rights for short, angry folk.
Isn't that Gerber? Didn't we have him in our division for that?
To be fair, this is not that terrifying of a Dwarven team. He's got block on a runner, which is a good start. He's only got one reroll. He's got the Death Roller, and he's got an AV busted Longbeard. So, he's kind of not...
This seems a very brave Dwarf team that didn't take any blitzers or both died. Or one is there, the other I think has maybe perished.
Are we going all the way... Right, are we going with the bold for this one?
I think we might have to.
I've rolled out the bold. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work out. You know what, right? It's inducement dwarfs.
With a death roller is interesting.
I mean, it does mean that we're probably all going to get death rolled.
Death roll trolled.
We'll see how it goes.
We will. Yes, definitely.
Not a lot to talk about because there's not that much development. We have got Harvey next, learning with Lerny. I actually played Harvey in the Greenhorn. I think he mentioned he was drunk.
As I said, you're responsible for the minus for the niggled the minus Agi gutter runner.
No, it was minus Agi when we played. It actually got the MVP in our game and picked up block afterwards.
Oh, that's not the best.
It's not the one, is it?
No.
Yes. It was our third game. He unfortunately he not had the best of luck. So it's kind of a fairly vanilla team. There's just about 3 block gut runners, and that's your lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Skaven. You can't really write off Skaven.
Well, we remember what Crystal No SPP Hunter did last season with very few levels on Skaven.
Yeah, that's very true. He just kind of went nothing. Oh, I've got all the skills in one game.
Yeah, and it was the last game.
To be fair, it was the 30. Don't do that. Get the levels early. It works better. Trust me.
Yeah.
What I would like to see, because obviously both the Stormvermin are rookies, is trying to set up situations where it's safe to hand off to them and get some touchdowns. Because once you get them Mighty Blow, they kind of look after themselves. But getting them to Mighty Blow is the trick.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we've got one of our Eurogamer coaches. It's another Skaven coach actually, who's done a little bit better off. It's Lozra.
Metal.
Yeah,
make it die.
Right.
Make it die, Metal.
No,
it's not allowed.
Yeah.
No movement 10 gutters allowed.
In fact, I don't think. No. Yeah. Let's go with that one. Okay. Yes. No. It's a movement 10 already. Andy's got a Mighty Blow Stormvermin. Andy's got an extra arms thrower. Andy's got a wrestle gun. It's a really nice Skaven team. Like, really nice.
It's really nice if it's your Skaven team. It's not really nice if you're in a division with it.
Yeah, but it would be an awful shame if something happened to that movement 10 gut runner. And you've got to remember, there's quite a lot of cheaper teams in this division.
Oh, I'd fill it with a werewolf if I could.
That's fair. I think Lozra is not making himself any friends, but he may make himself a real threat to the table. So, is
Definitely.
it worth? Quite possibly.
We'll see.
Now we
Turn one
have
block is a thing.
Marcelo Bielsa? Oh god, I'm gonna murder that. I'd call him Marcelo. That's easy. That's easier. Marcelo, Hippocratic BVC coming through. Apparently strong emotions. Yeah, I've got emotions about that surname, to be honest. And it's quite a nicely. Is that just MNG on the
movement guy?
Oh no! No! I think he needs to be sacked when he gets some cash. It's a plus movement minus movement.
Yep. It's the dreadful combo of there's a whole load of TV you don't want.
But what he does have is an Agi 5 blitzer, which is really good. He's got a Rog catcher, which is really good. And he's got kick. So actually, you know what? He's got most of the tools he needs. It's just that one blitzer. It just makes me feel so sad.
What it does mean, though, is by firing it and rehiring it, you get another chance to roll a double for Mighty Blow.
True story. Or guard.
Yep.
But probably Mighty Blow.
Probably Mighty Blow. If the other one's going Agi, you kind of want somebody dealing some damage.
Yeah, I would agree, to be honest. I also quite like catches if they get Mighty Blow, to be fair, because they're super
with
fast.
The movement. Yeah.
It's just that blitzers come with block in it, so...
Yeah. And the extra AV, so they are a bit more survivable. The one good thing about Pro Elves, though, is they can realistically win games with 4 good players.
I'm
you
hoping
don't need to
so,
worry about the linemen.
Because I'm running Pro Elves in Clan this season, so if I watch a lot of Marcelo's games, it's totally not because I'm trying to steal tactics.
Wait to see how he plays before you decide if you want to steal his tactics off.
Fair play. We have got Coach Cool coming in. First season in Rebel, and he's playing the Altdorf Acrobata, the Kislev team. Jump, jump for his love, he says. And he's got a bear, and he's got a really, really, really good lineman. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, Wrestle Strip is ideal for this. It would have been interesting to see if the other lineman rolled the Mighty Blow before the linemen that Michelle did. Because I would have quite liked to see Guard.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Guard would have been the better choice, but you know, you take what you get. He's got a blitzer with block, so he'll be getting Mighty Blow and 10 SPP. He's only got the one catcher. He's definitely had some losses along the way because there's 2 gaps in the team. But that lineman is... I mean, the thing about Kislev, right, is that most teams, unless you're elves, most teams kind of go, I don't want SPP on linemen. Because you stick them on the line and they die. But actually, Kislev linemen are one of the most threatening players on the team because... And Superfed says this a lot. We do the podcast with him. They're cheap. You can throw them in and not worry about them too much. When they get wrestled, you know, it's like your ball? No, my ball kind of thing. Especially if you don't have sure hands with that strip ball as well. That's dangerous.
It is very much the case of, because any lineman can fill any role. So if they do roll the agility up, they can become a sacker instead of a catcher with another skill on them. Just with them having such basic, leap and very long legs. Mm-hmm. So they're very flexible in how they can be built, which is why you don't mind it, and you need a lot of that utility on the Kislev team. One of the big things I think about Kislev, and I know you had a Puffin Kislev team in your division last season, and I had the Dice Lord Lewis M.
We didn't just have him in my division. I mean, you've got to remember that Hindus made a decent run at playoffs as a one-season team and ended up at 2,000 TV.
That's exactly my point. You have to just embrace the blow and go with it. There's no point trying to jump around it, as it were.
Jump around. Yeah, but they are a team.
Embrace it.
They are a team that loves to have development on everybody. There's no one that's bad to get SPP on this team, which is one of the more interesting and more fun things about Kislev, I think. Yeah. Right, we've got mine next, of course. Full brittle jacket.
You have a level pending, so we're just going to skip that.
Again, same argument. Didn't know where I was going, and there's a couple of choices. War is hell. Blood Bowl is much worse. It's a war-themed one.
So, yes, very much as you were saying beforehand, the Gerber-esque build. So you also have that leader sure hands, which we chatted a lot during the Greenhorn, and I know you were struggling for a bit of development quite early, and then got that last-minute explosion.
To be fair, the big one for me was the hardest decision I found was Lieutenant Touchdown rolled at a 5/5, and I was like, do I take the movement or do I take the Mighty Blow? And then I found out I was playing goblins and went, I'm taking the Mighty Blow. But yeah,
we had a big wee chat about, do we take the movement for one turning to win games, or do we just take Mighty Blow to murder things? And we see what way you've went.
Yeah.
Despite his name being Lieutenant Touchdown.
I know. Well, he'll get the touchdown over your corpses. It's fine. I have got a little bit more development than Gerber because I've picked up Dodge on the 4th night. Yeah. So I'm a little bit further ahead. Frenzy, I love. Gerber actually talked me into that, but I think it's the right choice.
It wasn't a tough sell, I imagine.
I love Frenzy. Frenzy is one of my favourite skills. If he gets a double, he's definitely getting Juggernaut. I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah. Are you telling us what you've rolled on the blocker?
It's a normal. So that's why it's either Guard or Mighty Blow, depending on who I match up with
guard.
First.
It Guard.
Might be Mighty Blow.
It's Guard. I'm telling you, it's Guard.
Might be Mighty
It's always
Blow.
Guard.
But I have got a missing blocker in the first game, which is going to hurt me a little bit. I have also got a bunch of cash in the bank, and I'm thinking about maybe getting a couple of extra peasants, depending again on the TV differential in my first couple of matches.
Now, at what point would you think about buying the straight out third reroll and then recycling Hurts?
I don't think I would.
Do not?
No, I don't hate. I like being TV efficient on Brett because they're better at low TV. So I'm personally don't think I'm ever going to spend 70k team value, 70 TV on a reroll. Seems awful when I can get one for 20.
Yeah,
that's like that's a babe.
Yeah, it's a babe, definitely. It does take one of your nights out of kind of other action, as it were.
Well, you'll see how I play when it comes to that. It's kind of his role anyway. So it's very much a quarterback type player for me. He's going to go into like passing skills next, and he's very much going to play that quarterback position. I'm giving away too many of my secrets, really. We actually have got a good buddy of mine. I've been chatting to this guy a lot. He actually played Brett's up until last season. So I find it super interesting that I'm going to get to take on his new team with his old team. Ezekiel. It's self-explanatory. They're here for the sweets. The Candy Mine faction. They're playing Underworld.
Underworld, yes. Now, also Ezekiel, who I'm going to get to see in October at the Tabletop World Cup, because he's coming with me in the Rebel Gang.
Wow, awesome.
So it will be good to have a wee catch-up with him there, and also hopefully murder his entire team here.
Yeah, he's got a nice start to a team. I actually, you're going to see something, and you're going to go, ooh. But it was
I could see it already.
Into him.
I can see it already, and if you've convinced him into this, you're an evil man, because I know you've done it to avoid facing it. But are we talking about Solomon Snickers?
No. We're talking about the Mighty Blow on the thrower.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind that.
I like that a lot. I mean, I personally like it a lot because if you ask me...
few positionals. You need to exploit them where you can.
Well, Underworld are all about just murdering stuff. They are utter glass cannon, right?
Yeah.
So...
You're all in or you're all out.
Yeah, and you've got to remember you get Claw on normals. So yeah, you do need a second double for piling on. But you can get Claw Mighty Blow on a... Anyone who can get Claw Mighty Blow should get Claw Mighty Blow. Yes, because you want it. That's what your team's there for. They're there for to go, Claw Mighty Blow, you're dead, we win. Yeah. They can't murder you, which you're pretty good at getting murdered because you're mostly goblins. They can't murder you if they're all dead. And that's kind of how Underworld play. I don't know about this Agi, Ezekiel. I'm not 100% on that one. But I do like 2 heads on the goblin.
Yeah. I'm only on the fence on the Agi because your blitzers are so needed to be killers. I think Skaven blitzers on the Underworld team are the few positionals that you have to follow the exact killer track with.
There's not many players in the game that just go, I want this every time. Blitzers
but I think Skaven blitzers are one of... I think the only skill you would take out with the kill track would be strength.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's very fair.
But because they're not going to generally be your ball recovery, because you're going to have goblins for that role or linemen.
Well, goblin with big hands is better recovery than just about anything you can field anywhere.
Exactly.
We'll see how it works out.
It'll be interesting to see how he takes him. Yeah, definitely.
Right, we're getting close to the end. We've got Ashrigo, who is, or A Shrigo, Thalandor's Revenge. We've got ourselves a Wood Elf team. He doesn't have a motto, so instantly, well, it's not. We're not favouring that. What he does have is he's got a ridiculous War Dancer. It's so good.
This is a team and a half. Let's say that.
He's done well out of the green on this fella, hasn't he? He's come out all right. Guard on alignment, kick.
Leader as well on the thrower to get that extra third reroll. He's got the apple. He's got the full complement of trees in there as well.
The only thing he doesn't have is catches, and I think that's why this War Dancer is so well developed. Is because he doesn't have catches, so he's given all his touchdowns to his other players, which works to an extent. But you really do need to start looking at those catches. I think. Yeah.
They're when War Dancers are phenomenal players, but they do need the catchers there for when War Dancers are taken a bit out of commission, because players in this division will target Rananel.
I can promise you, if he goes down, there's a boot coming. There's a peasant with his name on his boot.
And a Wood Elf team with no catchers is not that quick a team. I mean, the Skaven can keep up with them.
I don't know. I mean, I really, really love this War Dancer, though. Like, plus strength and then going Frenzy is so good. Because it's
it's very greedy to go Frenzy, not strip or tackle.
No, well, you put the other guy on strip and tackle, because this guy turns into... Okay, well, you know what? There's a guy inside a cage. He's got sure hands. What it actually gives you is... Oh, it's pushes. But, strip wouldn't help you there. But you actually get the second shot, and you can also set up situations where you can literally frenzy a ball carrier out of their own cage.
Oh, yeah.
And that can be massive. It also means the sidelines are just not safe when you've got strength 4, leap, and frenzy. I love it. I absolutely love this player.
It would be excellent to see how the rest of them develop as well.
And I'm going to do everything I can to murder him. Sorry, bud.
Yeah. Now, last up, and definitely least, is our old friend, or my old friend from my last division. Muppetillo.
This guy knows as well, doesn't he? He's probably sat there going, "When's my turn? When's my turn?" I know he's already been harassing me in GMan chat, going, "When do we find out our matches?" Well, you find them out in about 2 minutes after we talk about your team. He's gone from Orcs, which was Orcanudo's BBC, to just Orcanudo's. So he's gone from Orcs to Orcs, which is a bit one-dimensional.
He's fully converted now. Metal's going to see a certain blitzer and laugh because he's going to know exactly why it was named that.
Yes. Yes.
Muppetillo is now joining us in Rebel Clan League, and Muppetillo is Spanish for any of the people out there. He also streams as well, so I would definitely say give him a follow on his Twitch channel. He's very enjoyable to watch, but I may have recommended, instead of calling his clan Siesta, to call it Clan Taco. He refused, but has apparently named at least an odd taco. Muppetillo's been here for a good while, hasn't he, Mel?
He's been around. He's been to planes. He's been to playoffs. He's actually got. This is a really nice looking team. He's got block on 3 Black Orcs, Mighty Blow. He's got a guard in there. He's got a dirty player. This is basically perfect for where you want to be now. You know, 1 more Black Orc to level a block. And you couldn't ask for better, really, as a starting Orc team. Then you start looking at getting tackle, more guard, stand firm, more guard again. It's very one-dimensional how you build it. You give everything block, you give everything guard, you give some things mighty blow, and you probably win games. And Muppetillo is, you know what, I've everyone on here, the 2 coaches I'm most frightened of by experience and by knowing their reputation is Muppetillo and Gerber. The coach that I think,
not like somebody came first in a division with Muppetillo and beat him.
Yeah, well, you know what? You've got to do it again.
I would say on Muppetillo's team, though, he doesn't have the troll or the thrower this time round.
And in other words, he got better.
Yeah.
Right. Shall we press the button?
Let's do it.
Boom.
Push the button.
Let's look at the first week. Your fate is now determined, and I'm looking for you got under Sartosa BBA. I got where am I? I got Nuffle's Chosen Misfits. Oh wow!
I got the goblins.
Right.
Do not take Mighty Blow.
I want to.
I get first crack at the Movement 10 Beast.
Oh god! So we've got Orcanudos, Muppetillo himself taking on the dwarves. That should be an AV9. It's one of those games where you just rub the 2 AV9 teams together and see how long it takes for friction to break someone's armor.
As long as they just skim off each other, they should be fine.
Learning with Lermy has got Toro Loco, which was JJ Cash. That could be brutal because Skaven explode a lot, to be honest, when they're hit with Mighty Blow. Under Sartosa BBA gets you, so you get the other Skaven team, so you're probably
Loser's welcome to his first division in G-Man from the
Mcnugget.
from the Eurogamer as myself.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not a fouling coach, don't worry.
That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. Pro Elves have got Dark Elves, so that's going to be a nice, friendly, score-a-lot game. There is, Mighty Blow play there, so it could be bad. From the Cane Toads. Altdorf Acrobata gets Night Jugglers back. I'm sure Gerber will be over the moon to take on Kislev. Yep. I've got Goblins, so that's everything you can say. And
Come on, the Goblins
have got Thalandor's Revenge, which was Thalandor's.
Yeah, the Strength 4 War Dancer. So, Goblins foul. Goblins foul.
So yeah, that is your match for week 1. How do you think this is going to go? I feel like I'm backing Muppetillo to win.
Experience block, kind of. When the Orcs start getting a lot of block, they catch up on the Dwarfs and a lot of factions, but you can never count out just Death Roller going wild.
Yeah, it could win him the game. It could lose him the game, but it could win him the game. Toro Loco taking on Learning with Learning. I kind of want to give that one to JJ Cash, but I've not seen him play. I've not seen him play Chaos too much, and he does have that Minotaur. So frankly, he might win. I mean, he might not win, but he might murder a lot of rats. It could be a case of there's a lot of dead rats, but they win 2-1 or something.
Yeah.
Which way are you going? Are you backing yourself?
Movement 10 is all... Movement 10 wins games alone. My only benefit is I have a bit of stand firm, which makes it a bit more difficult. And for the one turn, I think it'll be close. I do think it'll be close.
That might be the match of the round, if I'm entirely honest. I'm putting that one down as possibly the one to watch this round. I also want to watch the next match as well. I'm super excited to see the two elves go at each other. I really can't pick out a winner on that one, so I'm going to say that one might end up being a draw. It'll just be a big old shootout. The
big factor, I think, the Cane Toads, the Witch Elf, obviously having Mighty Blow. So if that could kind of run wild over the Pro Elves, the Armour 7 might break. But the Pro Elves have got a lot of skills on them compared to the Dark Elves.
I have to say, actually, there's a lot of matches I'm excited to see, because I've just looked at, I want to see that match. I think that might be the match round. But this might be the match round. But actually, this one might also be the match of the round.
No, we are never saying that he's the match of the round.
We're not going to give a go about that. All right, fine. No. Full Brittle, it's goblins. You know what? I don't know how good the goblin coach is. Well, it's likely they might.
I hope they kill you. I hope they kill your leader.
The MNG I'm currently carrying was from a goblin team. So
I hope they kill your leader. I hope they kill your frenzy piece. I hope they kill the Mighty Blow stupid wrestle piece that I know you're away to take over guard.
And we finally got the Underworld versus the now this.
You've just got to cheer on the stunties. I'm sorry. as much as that elf team is really nice, I
reckon Thalandor's Revenge, with the skills that they've got, they could make a serious run towards playoffs this season, because either that or the War Dancer dies to a foul in game 2, and it's all very grim. When do we play? The other thing we need to check, right? The one thing we need to check is when we play. This is the important. Where are we? Full Battle. No, I played Gerber week 3.
Just division. Wait a minute, whilst the grown-ups go and find out what's happening. We play week 5.
Wow. Okay, so that's
right in the middle.
That'll be an interesting recap.
one of us will be speaking and one of us won't be.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you've watched this far, I'm really looking forward to the season, and not only because I play in this division, but I actually think there's a lot of very good coaches. There's a lot of very interesting teams in there, and I get to beat Nugget, which would be fun.
For the first time in your life.
That's not true.
It is.
Maybe. Have we ever played?
Yeah, we have. 1 minute. remember my Chaos Dwarfs just kept one dicing and red dicing your undead team?
Oh, yeah.
And you tilted beyond belief.
Anyway, there will be... we're going to send out some surveys and stuff again to get to know you a bit better. We're going to do it better this season. We're actually going to do it this season, Nugget. We're going to follow up on that. Rather than
Don't
just
put that on me. Every week, if our old division are looking, I'd go, are we doing those sheets this week, Metal? And you go, nah,
we haven't really got time. Because we're always behind, but we're going to get ahead and we're going to do it properly, and it's going to be fun. So Division 5A, welcome to Season 11. I hope you have a great time. I'm looking forward to playing each and every one of you.
Definitely. And 5A, just remember, you stay classy.
Oh, god damn it.